There are a lot of fragrances out there. Fresh, spicy, clean, musky, off-putting, tobacco, everything. Everything's covered. But I'm gonna give you 11 recommendations here, and these are just, try them out. You might enjoy them. First one on this list, I wear this every single night when I go to bed. Yes, you can wear fragrances when you go to bed.
That's weird. Why?
It's aromatherapy. I also wear it when, like I'm lounging about. Very fresh, very uplifting, and it's unique too. Banana Republic's Metal Rain. Okay, so Metal Rain has this unique aspect to it. It smells like rain that has hit the top of a metal shed. I mean, that's not sexy at all, but imagine it hits the metal shed and then it trickles down and it falls onto full like greenery. Main things you're gonna pick up with this is it's very ozonic, aquatic, it's got that rain smell to it, but there also is some woods in here. So it's not totally like a fresh, aromatic kind of thing going on here, but you do have some character in here. This thing doesn't perform all that well. It's a 5-hour fragrance.
That's weak.
I get some good luck when I spray it on my clothes, which I do quite normally. I just like that extra longevity and less projection. I try not to offend anybody, just mainly for my job stuff, but this is not offensive. But like I said before, this is not a beast mode fragrance. Fresh, it's inviting, and it's so relaxing. Like I said, I wear this to bed. It just puts me in a great mood. Next one up is very resinous. It's got some beautiful character in here. I did a little short commercial for it. It's Evening Mystique by TLTG Reviews and Zaharoff. I really enjoy this thing. It's very powdery. It's got that aromatic nature. It's very resinous, so you're gonna get a lot of great resins in here. I would encourage you guys to try this out. I know they have samples going on and stuff, but limited release. It's really good stuff. I really do enjoy it. It's very dark, very resinous. The name applies to itself. It's Evening Mystique. You really need to wear this in the evening. Iris is one of my favorite fragrance notes ever. Really rich, it's dense, and it just does the trick. I would encourage you guys to try it. One of the best fragrances that I picked up in 2022 was Nichané's Annie. So a lot of you guys actually recommended me, Nate, you love vanilla, buy Annie. I took your word for it. I bought it. Thank you. It's so good. It's vanilla, it's ambery. There's a little bit of benzoin in here. It smells like a vanilla cookie. So divine. There's a lot of woods in here. I get a lot of woods, mainly cedar. The cedar aspect is very present throughout the life of this fragrance. It's very creamy, and the scent trail on this thing is just, it's remarkable. I am getting heavily into Nichané. What is another one? I have Hasavat and I have Annie. If you guys are familiar with Nichané at all, please let me know. I'm not a huge fan of coconut, and Fan Your Flames is another one I was looking at, but that one has coconut in it, so I feel like that would be a very risky blind buy for me. But are there any others? I was looking at Neff's, and is that one any good? Let me know down in the comments. I'm trusting you here. Nichané's Annie is superb. You have to like vanilla. You have to kind of like those unisex kind of fragrance. This is not overly masculine. You're not gonna get, wow, you smell like a truck driver. You're not gonna get those compliments. You're gonna get, wow, you smell like a vanilla cookie. You're gonna get something along those lines. Another one I would highly recommend you try is Givenchy Gentleman Boisé. Gentleman Reserve Privé is getting a lot of love, and there's a new gentleman coming out this year. I think it's called Society. I'm going to pick that one up, definitely. But this one is so underrated. This one focuses more on the woods of the whole thing, and there's Iris, obviously. Iris is a big part in this whole line, and it plays an excellent, just versatile symphony with everything going on. You're gonna smell great. Boisé means woods in French, I think. What does boisé mean in French?
French, that's boisé.
Boisé in French, what does it mean?
En français, ça veut dire quoi?
No, tell me what boisé means.
Signifie blasé.
Can you just tell me what boisé in Gentleman Boisé means?
Pouvez-vous juste me dire ce que signifie blaze en allemand?
You're not helping. Aha, means wood. Thank you, Google. Givenchy Gentleman Boisé, excellent stuff. This is one of my favorites in the entire line. It doesn't last all that long, and so just be warned that if you're looking for a very beast mode fragrance, you don't really want this one. I hear that the Reserve Privé from everybody else, not me, everybody else says it has an amazing performance. I couldn't pick it up the next hour. I sprayed it on my skin like 7 times. An hour later, it was gone. And I asked other people too. Girlfriend, I asked a stranger in a Noodles and Company, no one could pick it up. So disappointing. Even the receptionist at Nordstrom told me, she's like, that's so weird. It usually lasts pretty long. So anyway, Givenchy Gentleman Boisé, excellent stuff. Sexy Pina Colada. A lot of rich woods in here though. Jean Paul Gaultier, this is Le Beau Le Parfum. It's really sexy. It's really, really rich. It's really dense. It's not really designed for the winter time, but it can be worn in that time. I would see this more as a fall and springtime fragrance. That's when this thing is gonna stun the world, or my local dry cleaner. The important thing here is it's all about the pineapples, the woods, and that coconut note. I usually get turned off by coconut. I don't really like coconut. I can stand an almond joy. An almond joy, I can do an almond joy. Mounds are a little weird, but almond joys, they're good, and that's coconut. This is like the almond joy of fragrances. I can stand it. I like the coconut in here, okay? But this is it. This is where I draw the line. Because it's not too, like coconut can come across really earthy, kind of weird, and this doesn't. So it's very sweet, it's got a lot of woods in here, and it's fresh as hell. It could be an everyday scent for that spring, and even into the summertime. Really, this could be a summer scent. You know, classifying fragrances on the season is stupid. You can wear fragrances whenever you want, but works better in the spring and the summertime. The bottle is amazing too. It's like this jacked, you know, just beast mode RoboCop kind of thing. Pretty dang cool. And the leaf. If you guys have not tried this next one, I would really encourage you to. You have to kind of like patchouli. So patchouli is heavy in this one. It comes across a little, you know, darker, but I would encourage you to try it. That's Roche's Moustache Eau de Parfum. This really focuses heavily on the ambers and the woody aspects and also some vanilla in here, but it has a lot of patchouli in here. It's a very classy, elegant kind of scent. Best situation that you could wear this in is a suit and tie. If you're going to a ball or a banquet or something like really high end, take this along. It smells so classy too. It's very rich, it's very powerful in that opening. The first 5 hours are really strong with this one. It does settle down into more of a creamy scent, and it doesn't last all that long. But it does have amazing scent character. It seriously does. So this is a take or a clone, quote unquote, inspiration on YSL Tuxedo. But this one is sexy, and I got my bottle for about $40. I forgot exactly what I paid for it, but in that ballpark. It's a very cheap cologne. That one is excellent for going out on like a, you know, evening time or a date or something like that. But if you want something that you know it's just gonna work like hell, that's La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum. So there's a little bit of fruity aspects in the top, but it's a very fresh spicy. But it's in that fresh kind of aromatic kind of spice, not like super dark, warm spicy that will warm you up. A little bit more fresh spicy. There's lavender in here that really pushes it off, and it comes across so pleasant. I usually try to find fragrances that have vanilla in them. I am a vanilla guy. That's my thing. This one has a little bit of vanilla in there, but it doesn't focus heavily on it. It's just in the background, nothing vanilla, but very fresh, spicy, a little bit of sweetness with that fruit, very aromatic, and it's got a little bit of lavender that really pushes it off. It's beautiful stuff. You can wear it as an everyday scent or just for going out. It's so sexy. The next one I feel like is a little too impractical. It's a bar of soap. And I know a lot of people don't want to smell like a bar of soap. They want a little bit more character. But I would really encourage you guys to try this one at least. It's so good. I've worn so much of it. I'm talking about Prada Amber Pour Homme. I've worn half a bottle of it, but I was wearing it mainly to the gym. I was waking up for about 6 months straight at 4 o'clock in the morning, spraying like maybe 5 or 6 sprays of this on before I went to the gym. And before you say 5 or 6 sprays of cologne before you go to the gym, this thing, it smells like a bar of soap. Somebody passes by you, they'll be like, wow, he smells like soap. Not like Dior Sauvage where you punch somebody in the face with your fragrance. This isn't so basic that you're boring everyone to death like Nautica Voyage.
Well, that it is.
This one is very warm, spicy, it's very aromatic, but the main aspect of this one is it's soap. It smells so unique. But I can see kind of how impractical this one is. So I thought when I bought my bottle, it was like 61 bucks back when I bought it. I looked online recently and it's about $80 to $90. So if you can pick it up for, you know, 60 to 50 in that area, it's worth it. But completely impractical. Just buy a $2 bar of soap. But it's really good and it's unique too. It smells so pleasant. The next one I would suggest you to get your nose on. This is either a love it or hate it fragrance. It's quite cheap too, so you can't really get on yourself if you don't like it. I'm talking about Oud for Glory by Lattafa. Okay, so initially I hated this fragrance, and I still do. It's garbage. I have warmed up to it, okay? It's not something that I reach for every single day of the week. This is not something I spray on when I'm going to meet, you know, the parents. It's something that I'm wearing when I really want to piss somebody off. It's so dense, it's so woody, and there are some days where I'm actually in the mood for this. So I'm like, you know what? I want to smell like, you know, shit. I want to smell woody. I want to smell dense. I want to smell like powerful. That's this. I would encourage you to try it because it's super unique. And if you don't like it, just throw it away. This is one of those fragrances that I'm so indifferent about because I do like it. I do spray it on occasionally here and there, but only when I'm really, really in the mood for it. It's so dense. It's just so dense. Next time you order from like fragrancebuy.ca, throw it in your cart. Maybe you'll like it. And if not, don't ship it to me. Lattafa fragrance that is good is Amir Oud or Intense Oud. I think every Lattafa fragrance has oud in it because they're Middle Eastern fragrances. That's what they do. This one is very similar to By the Fireplace replica line. It's so amazing. I really like this smell. I really only wear this when it's really cold outside because that's when it really projects off. There's a lot of woods in here, obviously. Smoky aspects, sweet aspects. I think there's even a sugar note in here. I haven't looked at the notes in a while. Some vanilla in here, so it has that vanilla, you know, I'm a vanilla guy. But it's excellent. It's really excellent, and it's so much cheaper than By the Fireplace. The By the Fireplace is like $160 something after tax. This is like $20. I think I bought mine for 16 something. It's amazing. It's truly remarkable. The last one on this list, and the reason it's on this list is because I put it off for so long. I put it off and put it off and put it off because of the hype. Everyone was hyping it up and I don't give in to hype. And then I break and then I buy it and then I really love it. Spice Bomb Extreme, just go buy it. Hey, if you guys like fragrance related content, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you back. Spice Bomb Extreme is very spicy and it's vanilla, it's tobacco, it's beautiful. Just buy it, seriously.